Welcome, everybody, to East Longmeadow, Massachusetts for tonight's girls lacrosse matchup of the East Longmeadow Spartans hometown versus the Holliston Panthers. Round of 16 state playoffs. I'm Jeff Morneau. I'm here with my co-host Josh Weiss. Josh, what do you think of the matchup tonight?
Should be a great one. Holliston had a terrific upset in the first round of the tournament and had a chance to watch a little bit of their game. And I think this really comes down to the speed and quickness of East Longmeadow against the sort of the height and perhaps a little physical prowess of Holliston. And we'll see where that plays out.
Yeah, looking forward to a great match. East Longmeadow having a great season, coached by Katie Moses-Toomey and assistant coach Liz Mazza doing a great job. Tonight's production put on by ELHS, Don Mackey, and Jamie Rook here again tonight on the video. And the announcer for tonight's game, as he has been all season, Mark Macarini. Looking forward to a great matchup. East Longmeadow is in the white, Holliston is in the red. Little bit interesting. It's the same colors for both teams. So East Longmeadow, for those of you watching on the live stream, East Longmeadow is going to be in the home field white, and Holliston is going to be the away team in the red. Looks like we're about to get started. Anna Macarini on the draw for East Longmeadow. On the circle, number 6, Megan Morneau, and number 1, Kenna Marino. Looks like we're about to get started. Two great referees. Looking forward to a good, fun, fair match. Corrected, Allie Thompson's on the draw with still Morneau and Marino on. Number 24, Martha Walker on the circle. Looks like number 19, Anderson Hastings, will be taking the draw. Other player on the circle is a little too far away for me to see who's actually on this circle there for Holliston.
That looks like number 3 for Holliston. Caitlin Quealy. The umpires, refs are having a little bit of a conversation here. Not quite sure what's going on.
Looks like there's already a question about the legality of the draw. Yeah. Coach Moses, who is intimately familiar with all of the rules, I would call her, she's clearly knows all the rules of the game. Could be a stick issue they're talking about already. Coaches on the field coming out to talk about it. 2 referees are there. Looks like Coach Moses. I think what we have here is East Longmeadow uses a draw stick, one of those special draw sticks by gate. And so I think that we have in the state tournament, they're not the local officials, so they're not familiar with East Longmeadow. And so I think they're going over the actual rules of the draw stick. And the referees are probably not used to that. Not many high school teams use that procedure, and so they're just going to familiarize themselves with that particular rule to make sure that they get it right before the game starts. So I'm sure once they look this up or make a call, they'll understand that East Longmeadow has been doing this all season long.
Yep. I'm a little surprised though it's not uniform across the state.
Well, the rule is uniform across the state, but not all teams use a draw stick where they replace it as the game's going on, and so I think that they just made that aware.
Gotcha.
The officials are probably not familiar with that and the rule, and so they're checking it now. It looks like they're texting somebody, maybe just confirming what Coach Moses says the rule is, letting them know. I'm sure they'll get it right. We've got a nice night here, Josh. We've got I call it a mostly cloudy night, as it has been here. Not hazy and smoky,
thankfully,
like other places in New England. It's been pretty good here for the last day and a half. A couple days ago, I think the smoke was pretty bad, but we've
not a drop of wind either, which is nice for the players. It'll keep it from getting away from them a little bit. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. They don't see anybody out there in a long sleeve shirt underneath, apart from the fans. I know when you look at this from LCAT, you're looking across and you're seeing no fans. That's because all of the fans for both sides are on this side of the stadium sitting underneath. We've got a relatively, I wouldn't say it a packed house, but a relatively packed house.
We're getting a little a view there of the the eager crowd to get started.
Yeah, people still coming in this round of the state tournament. You pay admission, so there's a little bit of a line, a little bit of a delay over there, and we're good. And here we are, Jeff Morneau here, along with Josh Weiss.
Hey, everybody.
Happy to be here on this great night. Looks like they're still confirming this. And
yeah.
Trainer out there, Diane, she's ready to go in the event that anything happens. She's been a trainer for East Long Meadow, games like this for quite a long time.
Yeah, lacrosse in 2023, different than 20 years ago.
Yeah.
How you check the rules, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. They're just checking on it, and you can't blame the officials for checking on it and making sure that they get it right before the game starts.
Yeah.
I'm sure you wouldn't want the situation where something comes up after and they didn't get it right. They would be, they would be in, I wouldn't say they'd be in trouble, but they'd have a lot of questions to answer. So
yep,
I can appreciate, what they're doing. We can talk a little bit about Holliston and their season, right? They've had a great season, played a bunch of teams from Division I and from Division II. They had a bit of a barn burner in the first round.
Very much so, yeah.
A quasi upset. It wasn't, it's not like a huge upset. It was a 13, I think, versus a 20. They pulled it out in a one-goal game. So I'm sure they're excited to be here. They're probably looking to expand upon their most recent victory and keep the ball rolling in the right direction for them and pull off another. This would be a decent size upset for them to take out East Long Meadow on their home turf today.
I think so, and it sounds like they came back as well. They were down a few goals with a couple minutes left, and they were able to pull it out. So that's obviously sports is very much about momentum, and you want to build on that. And if you start to believe in yourself, then that can take you a long way, right?
Yeah, I mean, it can certainly boost their confidence. Holliston has played a lot of really good Division I teams, and when they did that, they lost and they got beat up. But I think that just makes you better throughout the year, and it makes you prepared for the state tournament in Division II. When you're playing, the better teams or top-seeded teams, it's not like they haven't seen this type of talent before, this type of speed, this type of stick skills, these types of goalies. So
yeah, and I definitely think it helped East Long Meadow to play Chelmsford and Lexington this year in Eastern Mass, and those were great games, great wins for the girls, and a slight, different level of competition that definitely helped them to gel and get better as the season was going on.
Absolutely. It does look now like we are going to get things started. I don't see Coach Moses protesting in any major way, so that tells me that, not that she got her way, but that her interpretation of the rule with regard to the draw stick ended up being correct, and we're about to get this game started.
And I'm not unsurprised by that at all.
No.
She knows her stuff.
No, she makes sure that she has the rules going. It's 6:08, 25 minutes in the first half, and the ball is dropped, and draw control one right away by Allie Thompson, and here she comes over to switch her stick. Kenna Marino has the ball. She flips it down to the left-hand side to East Long Meadow's top goal scorer. Actually, that was not. It was Anna Macarini, Bridget Jordan, senior. Tough pass there, but it's flicked out of bounds by Holliston, so it's going to remain East Long Meadow ball.
Yeah, tried to force that one just a bit.
Yeah, tough pass right there. Really wasn't open.
There it is. Great pass. Oh.
Picked up. Now Holliston has it. Tough pass right there.
Yep.
Good ride here by Kenna Marino. East Long Meadow setting it up. Great anticipation right there by Talia Weiss, but she just missed it by a millimeter. I mean, really good anticipation and play right there.
East Long Meadow is pressing hard, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're resetting here on the ride. Number 2, Anna Macarini going up and challenging. Ball's on the ground here. It's getting chased, and it's getting pushed along. It's out of bounds. Great ride there by East Long Meadow. Causes the turnover here. Picked up by Allie Thompson. Back to the goalie. Almost looked like a shot. You heard one person in the stands go, woo, like what was that? But I think it was fine. It was a little behind the goal and nobody around.
Maybe a little early jitters here from each team.
Here comes Thompson. She's not even being challenged here at Holliston ride. So that's, that's kind of a telling sign that Holliston is really just going to set up its defense.
Yep.
Looks like they're playing a little bit of a zone.
Oh, good pass. Oh.
Good pass there to Trulio. She just needed to take maybe another half second or so. She was open. Great catch, great pass. Take a second and then, turn and fire.
Yep.
But in any event, East Long Meadow's back on its ride again. Kenna Marino really applying some pressure here on the ride.
Oh, good.
Hammers away at it.
Very nicely done.
Picked up, goes out of bounds. That's going to be East Long Meadow ball.
Oh, no, looks like they
A
gave
little
it to Holliston.
surprised by that. Not sure what happened there.
It looks like some pressure here is going to help East Long Meadow.
Yeah.
Defense looks a little uncertain.
Well,
We'll
yeah, they're going to try to give it to a speedster, and she's going to get. Come on, Bridget. Oh, close. Bridget right there, almost had it. Number 24 picks it up eventually and is now running through the middle. Holliston.
Martha Walker has quite a bit of, when watching her last time, she's sort of their go-to player to bring the ball up.
East Long Meadow in its defense. Holliston with its first possession. They're really going to move the ball around here, it looks like. They're going to take their time.
I would imagine, given, they won 12-11 in the first round, that idea of being patient and using clock is going to be important for them against a high-powered offense like East Long Meadow. Oh, and that's way out.
That one just a little bit of a tough release there.
Yeah.
Went a little bit long.
Looks like East Long Meadow ball.
Yeah, she's going to bring it in. Yeah, Ava Lombardi and Martha Walker clearly seem to be the two strongest players for Holliston. And then we got the speedster, Kenna Marino, coming up.
Great pass to Megan.
Passes it up to Morneau. Looks like she's going to take advantage here. She gets it right in the middle there, and it's off the post.
Wow.
Tough opportunity. This is good. This could be a problem here on this one here, but what a great ride here by Bridget Jordan and Morneau picking up. Almost. Good try there. Good ride. Slowed it down. Gave East Long Meadow an opportunity to go back and set up its offense, but good job by Holliston getting through the ride and into the offensive zone.
That's some good defense from East Long Meadow all over. There you go, Kenna. Kenna picks it up and is off to the races
chase
here.
Her down now. I mean, this is, here we go. It's going here. We got it over to Bridget Jordan. She's going. It's even.
There it is.
And it's put in.
Yeah, that transition game looks like it's going to be something that Holliston's going to have to figure out here because East Long Meadow is getting some very good shots, and they're not getting back as quickly as as our girls are moving things along.
Yeah, I mean, so far East Long Meadow's had 3 really good shots. You haven't seen 2 offensive possessions so far by Holliston. They really haven't gotten off a good shot. 1 turn, basically 2 turnovers at the end of the day, just being forced by the intimidating defensive pressure on the sticks of the Holliston Panthers.
And on that last possession, they really collapsed down on Walker, so she just couldn't get a shot off. So let's see what we get here with the draw. Oh, well done by Holliston there.
East Long Meadow picks it up. Number 19 has it. That's okay.
Oh, very nice save by Jenna Hawley.
And then she gets it out right away, too,
great.
which is great.
And this is the transition piece. If they, Testinal, very tenacious. Gets rid of it quickly.
Yeah, good play there. Just gets it up to Bridget Jordan. Bridget's got it. This looks like the exact same play we had about a minute ago.
Yep.
Good play right there. It was the same play. She was going to get it back over to, one of our top goal scorers, actually the top goal scorer for East Long Meadow, Addie Jordan. But Bridget's got it. She's a senior here.
And her assists this year have been phenomenal. She sees the field so well.
This one's kind of interesting. This is actually set up for a pass to Megan Morneau, but it looks like she drove it in herself. That was good.
Very nicely done. She used, I think she tricked the goalie a little bit and bounced it a little earlier than the goalie thought.
Yeah, that's a really good shot there by Bridget Jordan. Didn't have a great angle, wasn't on a great hash, but she got that one right into the corner and past the Holliston goalie to put East Long Meadow up 2-0 with 19:22 remaining in the first half.
You know, it's interesting on that 8-meter that we usually see girls collapsing in a lot quicker. It was almost as if they were sort of slow to get in there, and I don't know, maybe it looked like that to me. I guess I'm so used to seeing so many other girls just going right in and cutting down the angle.
Yep.
They kind of ran with her almost on some level.
Here we go. It's flipped up again. Allie Thompson almost has it. Oh, and it's flicked. This one's going to actually get over the line.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens here in terms of where this one's going to go. I think that's going to be East Long Meadow ball.
And what's that call? They're going to do it again? I think so. I think they were unclear what to call there.
I guess we're going to get a redraw.
Don't see that too much, do you?
I haven't seen it before. Can't say I'm a rules official or know enough about it to call that a redraw, but maybe that's, you know, I'm assuming it's the right call, or you probably would hear the coaches saying something as well.
Yeah.
So flips it up, and there it is. That one's to Allie Thompson.
Yep.
And then then the ride's just gonna be a sprint here by Marino to Morneau. Morneau's going to try to really get, she tried to. There was a stick in the way. She was looking for that one. She's got it now, though.
There it is. Oh.
And she hits the post again.
That wasn't in?
No, that hit the post again. You could hear it up here. You know, it looked like it was going to go in, but it didn't. And now the ball's on the ground again. Great play there. Great ground ball control there by Bridget Jordan. Bridget Jordan to Thompson. She's covered. She flips it over back to, it looks like Macarini. Macarini's getting like double or triple team. She's out to Morneau. Morneau had that. I'm not sure how that wasn't a shooting space, but it wasn't.
Nice try by Anna Macarini there and trying to knock the ball free.
Yeah, I think Morneau needed to, like, if she just put her stick up for a shot on that one, it probably would have been a free position shot. But here we go again on the ride, right? I mean, this one's out of the box. It's picked up. It's being batted around, and it gets picked up by Marino to Bridget Jordan. Bridget Jordan on the doorstep, but it gets saved.
Oh, there it is.
Picked up, save. Jordan stayed with it. Her tenacity, senior captain tenacity, was able to pick that one off the ground and put it in. What'd you think of that, Josh?
That was great persistence. You know, 1, 2, 3, stayed with it. A lot of times it's easy to sort of let it go and think that the play's over, but she didn't, you know, that absolutely didn't happen there. And a great feed. Was that from Megan Morneau?
I'm not sure at the end of the day. I can't remember. I think it was Morneau to Jordan, but then it kind of flipped around. It was saved. It was picked up. At the end of the day, that was really just a lot of individual effort at the end there by Bridget Jordan.
Yeah. I do think we're seeing that notion of East Long Meadow's quickness and their speed that's creating all kinds of problems for Holliston, especially on defense, right, where they're, you know, they're getting back, but the cuts and everything are wide open. Good recovery from the defense there. They were looking a little bit vulnerable at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like they're really just going to, I mean, anytime 20.
Nice pass. Good save by Holly. Great save.
Right on the doorstep, too, it was saved.
Oh, had a girl wide open in the middle there. Oh, good defense there again. Somebody got a stick on a stick there to knock it out. Very good hustle by Tess Denault there to get the possession as well.
Yeah, goalie Jenna Hawley has it, but she's going to need a little bit of help here. She gets it. She gets it from Denault. Denault's speedy. She moves it up. It's right here to Addie Jordan. Addie Jordan's going to fly through the middle.
Megan Morneau
She's
wide
got
open.
Bridget there. It's going to come over to Megan. Megan's going to come right through. She's going to pass it to Macarini.
There it is.
Puts it in the bottom of the net. A little fake pass.
Great fake by Megan to, you know, get the defender thinking a shot's coming, and a timeout by Holliston, I believe.
Yeah, good play right there. But I think again, it's, you know, now 4-0. We've got 9 minutes gone almost in the game, 8.5 minutes. And I think, Josh, you think you called it early, and I think you've called it often, is that the speed in the transition game here has really been to the advantage of the East Long Meadow Spartans, and they've taken advantage of most of their opportunities in that transition game.
Yeah, I think so. And you know, it's interesting. It really seems like where the separation is happening is in the middle of the field, right, where they're getting the breakout and they are blowing past their midfielders, and so they're having no chance to set up on defense, and it's just leading to good shot after good shot.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting question about what do you do if you're Holliston here, and how do you try to counteract some of this, because you're not. It's interesting. They're getting some penetration offensively, but they're not really getting great shots. I mean, Jenna Holly's had some good saves, but they're, when you think about how do you make an adjustment here, because whatever they're doing isn't working very well for them.
Yeah, I think it seems to me like on the offensive end, Holliston's been mildly successful. I mean, they've had some good shots that have been saved. They've definitely had some turnovers for sure.
Yeah.
But the game is being won and lost. You're right at this point in the midfield, and in that transition game. And they just don't seem to have an answer yet on defense. I think they've got to find a way. Once the ball is saved or there is a turnover, they need to slow down that transition game. One way, fortunately or unfortunately, I think that they need to do that is they need to start fouling. Whoever has the ball, or fouling off ball, or even just to slow it down.
Yep.
And even the ref blows the whistle, it slows things down. It's going to give East Longmeadow a chance to set back up.
Yeah.
But that's one way to do it. Another is just to be better on defense. But I think it's a speed issue.
Yeah. Well, and the interesting thing is you get behind, right? And so the tendency is to say, defensively, we're struggling. Should we drop people back? But you're behind by 4 goals. So that's not really going to work either, right?
Yeah, I think I think a really experienced coach over there for Holliston. He's going to pull his team together, which he did before things spiraled out of control.
Right.
Pulled them together, gave them a little pep talk, and I'm sure they've come up with some type of plan as a coaching staff as to what they're going to do. You can see the Holliston defenders are huddling up here, so the coaches come up with something. We'll see if it works.
And to your point about the fouls, I think unlike other sports, I think in lacrosse there are some good fouls where it makes sense to take them to give you an opportunity to set up, right? Whereas it's not so clear-cut in other sports like that.
No, absolutely. You foul in basketball and somebody's going to the free throw line. It's not like you commit a foul in the midfield and someone's going up to the 8-meter to get a shot. So it's just really, it's going to slow them down. And if it's not a penalty where you're going to get a delay of game or a red card, it's it's incredibly effective.
Yeah.
And this has been the draw control so far has also been very effective. Allie Thompson has done just a spectacular job so far. She hasn't won them all, but even the ones she's lost, she's been
great feed.
Really
wow,
good
what
position.
a great goal.
And we got ourselves a Twizzler, behind the back Twizzler. They were playing Addie Jordan for sure for her right hand. She's got a patented right-handed shot. She's hammered a couple goals home and hit 2 posts. And she turns to the left and sweeps one in there with a sweeper.
Beautifully done. I mean, I don't even think the goalie was prepared or even saw it coming.
No, that one's definitely going to go. That one's definitely going to be added to the highlight reel for the summer recruiting video. I can already see that coming. Parents on the sideline were cheering. The fans were all amazed by it. Just a great shot. Incredibly talented player.
And what was amazing about it was how quick. It was catch and go quick, like without even thinking about it. So,
All right, here we go. It was
What was that?
There were they did. I mean, it was a small penalty, but there was a penalty there on that. They did kind of slam.
They came in.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a good move right there.
Right.
I'd like to see that by Kenna Marino with those dodging skills, to use those skills. She hasn't used them enough this year. I think she's going to be using them more. She's one of the best dodgers on the team and one of the fastest players. And
very nice save there.
Yeah, great save. Good shot. Got it low. It's still on the ground. Goes in. Bridget Jordan picks it up again. Shoots it.
So that's going to be an 8-meter.
Back into the circle now.
The other piece to this is East Longmeadow is getting they are out hustling Holliston for every ball. I can remember at least 4 or 5 where they've.
Oh, that one just slipped out. It was a shot. It slipped out of the stick.
Nice job by
back
Angel.
To Morneau,
really
back to Marino, and then a home run slam into the back left corner of the net by Kenna Marino. Morneau to Marino.
Beautifully done, and they look like a pretty well-oiled machine right now, clicking on all cylinders. So obviously in a tournament like this, when you're one and done, you keep the foot on the gas and you keep going. But it just looks like Holliston doesn't have a whole lot of answers. It's obviously quite early, but they're going to have to make some kind of dramatic shift here otherwise.
You're seeing a little switch up here on the draw control. Morneau coming into the center circle, moving Allie Thompson back to the defensive end, moving Addie Jordan now on the circle, still with Kenna Marino. Looks like Morneau is calling this one out to Addie Jordan. We'll see what happens here. It goes forward. It's flipped. Looks like it's going to make it. It's picked up by Jordan. What a great pickup there by Bridget Jordan. Here's Morneau. She's moving. She's moving. She's still moving.
Oh, beautiful. Underhanded laser. Wow.
That was like a 1-2-3. Really good play there by Bridget Jordan. Not come over the line. Just reach your stick over to get it. If the foot crossed the line there by Bridget Jordan, when the draw control goes that far, it would have been a penalty.
Right.
And so Bridget did a great job, used her length and her reach and was able to pick it up, moved it in, got it to Morneau. She did a 1-2-3 dodge, underhanded shot, and put it in the back of the net. East Long Meadow takes the lead, 7-0. With 10 minutes gone, 15 minutes remaining. So far, Josh, what do you think?
I mean, right now it looks like East Long Meadow is pretty much doing whatever they want. And there's an interesting question of, for Holliston about, you have to find a way to break the momentum here. And it's pretty unclear from what I'm watching what that looks like. I also think to Bridget, when you're talking about Bridget, she also used her body a little bit there to kind of keep the defender a bit at bay, sort of kept herself between the ball. So clever play all around.
Again, Morneau on the draw control. Addie Jordan on the circle. Little early start. Morneau's just going to take this, get it into the zone. She's moving. She's grooving. She's looking. She's got her. There's Addie Jordan. She's going to fire. Shooting space.
Shooting space. Yep.
Number 27 in shooting space. Addie Jordan going to get an 8-meter. Not sure how many goals she has so far, but it's probably a hat trick already. She could be going in for her fourth. She gets it to Morneau.
Oh, that was fired and wide. Looks like East Long Meadow keeps possession. Anna Macarini with a smart play behind the net.
Oh,
she sneaks in and in for an easy goal.
Yeah.
There's nothing the goalie can do on that. You're literally standing right in front of her.
Really just a great move by Trulio as well to kind of move the defender out to carry with her. Macarini sneaks behind, and then it was basically one-on-one with the goalie, which is,
very
it's
clever.
Maybe a 20% chance at best for the goalie. Great play there by Macarini.
This reminds me a little bit of when the Patriots were playing the Jets and they had a rookie quarterback, and he said he was seeing ghosts. I have a feeling Holliston might be seeing ghosts right now.
Yeah, I think the only thing that saved the ball from going in the back of the net so far is the post. So
that's true. This is an absolutely dominant start by East Long Meadow, so we'll see if they can keep it up. But at the moment, it looks as if all signs are suggesting they can. But again, a lot of lacrosse to play here. 14 left in the first half.
Well, Holliston getting an offensive opportunity here with 14 minutes remaining at least. We'll see what they can do.
I don't think there's any question that psychologically they need a goal pretty soon. Otherwise, it just becomes something where you're really defeated, and it's just frustrating. And that's some solid defense from Megan Morneau right there. Just staying with the player, she had a spin move on her, and, she was temporarily beaten but stayed with it. And very nicely done there. Oh. An opportunity here for Holliston, and there it is. Yep.
Yeah, there's the opportunity. There's their best player on the field in a one-on-one situation. She's going to take that opportunity every single time, and a really good shot.
Yep. Yep. Nicely done. And they needed that. They had to, they really had to slow this down a little bit on some level. And an interesting timeout here, I think, from Katie Moses, Coach Moses.
Yeah, he's going to pull things together.
Yep. I'm a fan of timeouts, especially, I think when you've got younger teams, there's no point in leaving them on the sidelines. I think it's important to slow it down a little bit when things aren't going well, or even when you get something like this, you're up 8-1, you've been dominant, you don't want to let up. And I think it's a good idea to sort of say to them, hey, okay, like we're playing well. Let's keep playing the way we're playing, and and make sure that they're not getting overconfident, as well as, hey, let's not give them, so it kind of changes the momentum a little bit, right?
Yeah, just going to refocus them, not that they, it doesn't look like it was a complete refocus is necessary, but just kind of remind them that, this team came back last time. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here and make, I wouldn't say that was a silly error. I mean, the ball slipped out of her stick, but still, it
happens.
When that slips out of the stick, one player from the other side shouldn't be able to, come all the way on down the field. And I'm sure that's what Coach Moses and Coach Mazza are just talking about. Let's not let up here. Let's, chase people down. Let's back check. Let's, continue the same type of pressure that we've had for the first, 16, whatever it is, 12 and a half minutes of this game. So
yeah, I think that's right.
Fans not restless, but they're lined up along the fences. They're lined up in the stands. Got parents here. Grandparents. We got brothers and sisters who are home from college watching their siblings play. They really didn't get a chance to do that all year. I see some East Longmeadow lacrosse alumni here. It's really it's a good night to be here watching a game and supporting their kids.
Yeah, and festive atmosphere. It's not quite it's not quite a typical June evening. It's a little chilly, but it's a great night for for lacrosse, obviously, and low 60s is terrific because you're not getting overheated and etc. So.
Absolutely. You do see a couple people bundled up. I mean, especially from Holliston, you still see. I mean, it's June. Yeah. It's June, right? We're still seeing.
June 8th.
It's not too late. We're still seeing, blankets out. We got people with hoodies on up there because it's still a little bit cold. Winter jackets. I mean, I see my father-in-law down there. He looks like he's bundled up going, came in from Alaska. I mean, he lives in Florida most of the year, but
this is pretty much Alaska then.
He's from Madison, Connecticut. I mean, he should be used to this New England weather, but body getting acclimated to the colder nights than what otherwise used to in
so that was a nice little run for Walker. Again, she clearly is their their go-to player to get the ball through midfield and to get them set up. And so they're going to, East Longmeadow is going to have to watch that and stay on her, maybe even have somebody shadowing her.
Yeah, and this number 17 too, she's got a very good left hand, so you got to be very careful of that. She's got a really good left-handed shot. You can tell just by the way that she's holding the stick there, Ava Lombardi. So it looks to me like they're going to, they could have got a skip pass in there.
Another pass to 24.
Yeah, going to get a penalty there. Yeah, they're working their way. They got a little something going here. 24 is going to be number 24, Martha Walker, going to get a first 8-meter opportunity. We'll see here if East Longmeadow can get a body in front.
Great save by Jenna.
Great
Holly.
Save here, picked up.
And then we're off to the races again.
Let's see. We are going down, and we've got Talia Weiss running down there. Going to be
nice little move
hard
there.
To keep up with her.
Oh. Wow. And then we're all popcorning all over the place. Let's see who gets there. Again, this is where East Longmeadow is taking advantage of these loose balls. They're getting most of them, and that's huge. What a great. Oh, good idea from Bridget.
Good idea. Tough pass, though. It was just a little right idea. Lukasik was open in the middle. Pass was a little bit low, and it just couldn't get picked up. But again, I mean, you're looking at, the East Longmeadow ride. It's going to be very challenging. I mean, especially here. I mean, if Weiss gets up there on number 24 right now, I mean, they're just going to cover her. They're not going to let her, touch it very easily. I mean. And that's a fine penalty for East Longmeadow because, 24 is going to, they're going to have 3 people on her. They're just going to have to find somebody else to get the ball to, and then, you're just going to sit on her.
Was that just a little too much body there?
Just to stick up too close to the, wall that she had it in a protected space, and you're kind of banging the stick. You can't really do that.
So it looks like Weiss is now shadowing Walker, and I think that's, And
she's still got it through, though, but barely. I mean,
Yeah, and this looks like their best strategy here. And a very nice play by Allie Thompson there to disrupt the pass. And
almost picked up. There was a bang on the stick before. I'm surprised the penalty wasn't called, but it looked to me like the ref was just going to let that one play through, and if Holliston got it, they got it. But they're at the 12. No harm, but there was a foul.
Yep.
In the game, Hannah Taft down there on the right-hand side. Morneau riding number 17. She's still going. And another
very nice play by Allie Thompson. And it looks like a bit of a shield by the Holliston player there.
And Morneau's got it. She's running down the left-hand side.
It's going to be tough to keep up with her.
Yeah, and probably not over a long distance. Maybe a shorter one you're going to, but not when you get into the 40-meter range.
Great pass, great look. Beautiful play.
Calabrese on a fake spin, dodge, boom, bang. Morneau to Calabrese.
You know, they're being really creative around the net and how they're getting these shots off.
I think it was Calabrese.
Yes, it was. Very nice.
Yeah, really nice. East Long Meadow getting a lot of people on the scoring board here tonight, too. I know they're up 9-1 with 10 minutes remaining, but a lot of people getting on the scoreboard. Yep. It's good to see.
You know, and again, look how quickly that transpired, right? Once they got the ball, Megan Morneau was gone. There was nothing they could do about it, and they're back on their heels. And you know, they're definitely playing better. They're, you know, getting the ball and using some time and getting some shots, but they're going to have to do that. And just, again, another great play by Kenna Marino to get possession and tap it to Addie Jordan. And, again, you're back to the defense already looking very much. Yeah. And shooting foul there, so.
Yeah, that was, you know, that's what Megan Morneau didn't do before, was put the stick up like you're going to shoot when there would have been a shooting space violation. It looks to me here like actually she might pass this to Marino.
Yeah, she's wide open, that's for sure.
Now maybe change her mind now that she's covered. We'll see.
I'd like to see her wind up and let this one fly.
She's going to either run it in or pass it for sure.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Bouncer,
good save.
Good save. Can't go in that area. So once it's in that, once it's around the goalie's crease, for those of you listening at home, you might be wondering why that happened. Once the ball is on the ground or in that goalie's crease, that is the goalie's protected space, and that protected space is like a cylinder. Actually, it goes all the way up as well. So if a player reaches their stick in or puts their foot in there, it's going to be called, and you're going to have to move on from here. Here we go again.
That was a really nice intercept by Bridget
Jordan
there.
Dodging here, dodging there, and then another shooting space.
Yep. Her, you know, the jukes and the ins and outs are really, you know, they're really tough and just creates a lot of those shooting space fouls.
Yeah, it looks like this one, I'm not sure what she's going to do. It doesn't look like a wind-up. She's going to run it in again. I think maybe she's practicing her run-ins. We'll see.
Nope.
Nope. Put on the
that worked.
Put on the gas lighter, went off stick side, and fired it into the hole. So, goal, Megan Morneau, 10-1, 8 minutes and 9 seconds remaining.
Megan Morneau.
That's just, you know, obviously when you've got players in front of you, that makes it more challenging. But her shot is just so strong that, you know, goalies perhaps need to be forgiven for not being able to catch up to that.
Yeah, the goalie, to her credit, you know, she saved the last one on the bouncer. And then, you know, that's basically how 8 meters work. They look easy on TV.
Yeah.
When you're all watching, you think they're free throws, but even the best colleges, the best players in college only score on that 8 meter about 50% of the time.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. And it's surprising because you think it's basically an automatic, but it's not.
Oh, that was just absolutely beautiful how she drew the defense there, and then Calabrese just stayed, and everybody came to her and dropped it off for an easy goal.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't think you can put many of these on the goalie. You know, the defense is just not there.
No, these are one-on-one opportunities. Addie Jordan to MIAA Calabrese there. Really, like you said, a great play. Addie Jordan drew the attention of at least 2 defenders, but in particular the one that was supposed to be covering Calabrese to try to double-team Jordan. She did the right thing. She hit the open player, and the open player put it in the back of the net. So good job.
And again, interesting patience from Calabrese. You know, she made a fake and the goalie reacted, and then she knew she sort of had her with another just drop it in kind of shot. So I think the Spartans are playing very smart tonight. You know, they're not just playing, but they're also, there's a real sort of thinking that's going on here with them. Good defense by Holliston there.
Yeah, they're pressuring ball, but look, I mean, look at this ball movement. Oh, Jordan had her sister. Her sister's going to be mad at her there. Sister was wide open down there, but just missed her. But she's going to get back to the 12. She's going to pass this one out, passes it over to Morneau. Morneau moving, dodging, coming middle, looking for an open player, comes back left hand, and going to get a shooting space on number 1 there. Not sure what she's going to do, whether she's going to try to fire another one or whether she's going to run it in, but we'll see.
I'm going to go with fire another one. Oh, and I was wrong, but that's okay. But again, you know, when you see these 8 meters, you usually see a collapsing down, and I'm just not seeing it the way that, you know, some other opponents have done that with them. Yeah,
it looks to me like, you know, Holliston, you know, one thing that I noticed and I talked to you a little bit about before tonight's competition and taking a look for the first time at the Holliston roster is they're a young team.
Yeah.
They really are a young team. They don't have a lot of seniors, and so, you know, I mean, looking at the defense, they've got
they have three seniors.
Yeah, they have 3 seniors on their whole roster. I mean, East Long Meadow only has 1, so you know they're in that terms they're evenly matched. But Holliston's a young team, and so you know they've got some time to develop. This is the next year. I'm sure they're going to be even better than they are this year. And you know their defense is just going to have to come along. But it's little things like that. You know the running it in on the 8 meter that can make all the difference. You know, you can stop a goal. You can stop, you know, something from happening.
Right. And we've got a running clock now with the score 12-1. So that obviously, again, works against Holliston. But they are getting some good cuts, and they're just going to have to convert some of that to stay in this.
Yeah, I mean they got a good motion offense here. You know, they're moving the ball around. They're, you know, making. Yeah. Not a bad play. It's going to put. I think it's going to put somebody on the 12, so they're not going to have an opportunity to score. They're going to have to pass out of it.
Yeah, Caitlin Queeley with the 12 meter here and passes out of it.
Hannah Taft chasing it down. One of our top defenders, Hannah Taft. Very aggressive defender, very technically proficient defender. Here comes a ground ball. You got Weiss chasing it down, keeps it in, flips it up.
Nice. Oh, good idea there.
She's
good
getting
effort.
Bodied kind of out of bounds. We'll see what happens there. I guess maybe
I think they gave it over.
Yeah,
she must have stepped out of bounds.
Just a little stepped out. Looked like she might have been pushed out, but given the score, you can understand in a 50-50 it's going to go to the opposing team.
Testenalt had some nice breakups in the back there where they're trying to work it around, and she's intercepted a couple of them.
Yeah, look at that intense defense by Taft when she's in there.
Yep.
Testenalt challenging behind the goal. Hannah Taft back there again. Megan Morneau right on the ball. Number 3. See number 24 kind of open. They're just kind of lingering over there in the background. Oh, what a stab right there.
Great play by Grace Howard.
Great play by Grace Howard. She gets it up. It's just a little bit of a drop pass. Good play by Howard. Drop there by Addie Jordan. She just was probably, I
guess we're all human.
So excited, wide open, was going to take a run down and just didn't look it into the stick, but that's fine.
Yeah.
No worries there. Hack. Gets it in the offensive zone. Going to wait here. Number 40 has it. Get her, Sarah Queenie. Calling red. Here comes number 3 is open. Oh, that was so close there by Grace Howard. She was about a millisecond from not being called for a shooting space violation.
So she's got her 8 meter here. Let's see if they can convert. Oh,
that's a really good shot right there. Really good shot at the goalie's feet. Snuck it in. Good 8 meter. They get on the board. East Long Meadow still up 10. As a result, the clock continues to run in high school lacrosse for those listening. As we know, Josh, different than college, and actually not different than college lacrosse. Even in college lacrosse, if one team gets ahead by 10 goals, no matter what happens, as long as you remain 10 goals ahead, the clock continues to run throughout the game. So it's like a double disadvantage for any team that's down, makes it a challenge to come back, right?
Think they'll ever institute a shot clock in high school like they do in college, or?
Well, you know, I actually thought about this on the way over to this particular game. I hadn't given that a thought in a long time, but one thing that occurred to me thinking about Holliston's win last game, I was wondering how they won by 1 goal, and I was under maybe the misimpression, just because I was completely guessing, that they were up by 1 goal, and then, you know, if there's 5 minutes left on the clock, you can literally hold the ball, and the other team has to get it from you. So they're just going to get completely exhausted trying to get the ball from you, and it's easier at the high school level, I think, to just keep the possession. So one thing that I thought that should be implemented is a shot clock only in the last 5 minutes of the game, so that no team can do that. You have a shot clock, like a 90-second shot clock, where if you don't shoot it, just like college, if you don't take a shot on goal within 90.
So we had a little stick check there that was going on. And with number 3. Within
90 seconds, possession turns over, so that no team can do that.
I think that would. I certainly think that would make it, you know, more interesting. And if you're down a goal in that stage, you know, that seems pretty reasonable.
There was a stick tech challenge.
Yeah, and
that happens every once in a while. You'll see that stick check challenge. It did happen, and it was determined to be
legit,
legal.
Yep.
So it rarely happens, but it did happen here with a game up 12-2. Coach Moses and Mazza decided to take a chance on a stick challenge, and you know there's no harm in doing it. So I mean, it's a good coaching move. Some coaches and some players may not like that. They might think something of it, but there's nothing wrong with a stick challenge every now and then. Keep things legal for everybody.
Well, and especially if you think there's something a little fishy, you might as well check it, right? So they're definitely pressuring the ball, but that's leaving gaps, right?
Yeah,
and
big
there it is.
Good play there by
smart.
Morneau. What a delicious pass that was, and a good save. Good dish there from Morneau to Lukasic, who was making a great cut and tried to sneak that left-handed shot through what they call the 5-hole between the goalies, right between the goalie's legs, and goalie just got the stick down there at the last possible second.
Right.
That
Good run here by number 7.
That was a slash, potential slash. Number 17 here, going to go to the left. Keep going left, going to continue to use her left hand, and Hannah Taft just challenging her all the way out.
Very nice run by Molly McLeod there for Holliston. Got it right out, and looks like Talia Weiss is right up on Walker, trying to keep her at bay. And
putting pressure on here.
And this nicely done from behind the net for number 19 for Holliston, Anderson Hastings.
Tell you what, a little short angle shot right there. I mean, they were yelling 19 seconds over here, 20 seconds to let her know to shoot. You know, you only had a little bit of time, but she didn't waste any time in putting that one in the back of the net low angle.
Nope.
I don't think Hawley was expecting to see the shot come in from that angle and just snuck it in. A very accurate pinpoint shot by number 19, Anderson Hastings, a sophomore midfielder.
So 18.6 left, enough time to get down for one side or the other.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, one draw control, and it's, you know.
They may have a bit of a problem. There's about 10 seconds left, and intercepted by Morneau very nicely. Let's see if East Long Meadow's got enough time to get it off. She might. And good defense there at the end by Holliston.
Yeah, East Long Meadow gave it one last hurrah, one last chance. They were close to getting a shot off. It was actually, at the end there was a penalty on Holliston, but it was just a millisecond too late.
Okay.
And so we're going to go into halftime. We're going to take a little break here in East Long Meadow. The music's going to be blaring. We got a little 10-minute break. The fans are all leaving their seats to go down to the snack shack to support the East Long Meadow Booster Club.
Looks
and
like we
buy
have
some food. And I think I'm going to go down there myself, Josh, and maybe get myself a little something to eat here tonight.
Okay, looks like we've got a 5-minute halftime, apparently.
Well, then I better get that food
You better
quick.
go get it.
We'll be back.
All right, we are coming out of the half. It was a shortened halftime because we got started a little bit late. And obviously the sides are going to change ends, and we'll see if that last goal from Holliston before the half will give them a little momentum here. East Long Meadow still in control, but, you know, again, it's a whole half, and you got to keep playing hard to the last whistle.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually a really important goal, I think, Josh, for Holliston. Not that it, gets them back in the game, but what it does, importantly, is it stops the running clock.
Yeah, that's
so now
true.
they're only down by 9 goals. So 8 meters, penalties, things of that. After goals, the clock will stop. So I actually think it's equally as important for.
Yep.
This next goal is also important because if East Long Meadow gets it, the clock will continue to run.
Right.
And if Holliston gets it, it actually gives them a little bit of a buffer.
Right. That's very true. Good point.
I enjoyed my very quick pizza snack down there. There was a little bit of a line at the snack shack.
Really? Packing them in tonight, huh?
Yeah, they're packing them in, making some money for the Booster Club, which is great.
So we got Allie Thompson on the draw here, who was very successful in the first half. Let's see if she can keep it going.
And she does.
Very nice.
Gets it back over to Marino. Marino taking. All
right. Good idea. Let's see if Megan Morneau can track that down. She does. And now East Long Meadow looks like they're getting themselves set up. Again, good run by Megan. And, I'm curious why they were coming out so far on her there. I mean, she gets by you, and now they're out of position.
Oh, we're going to get a little celebration here of some sort with Morneau and Marino. They've got something going, which is great. Always good to see the girls and ladies and student athletes out there having fun as well as competing.
Right, absolutely.
Which is nice.
Morneau's got some just terrific moves. She really knows how to get in and around those nooks and crannies on offense. It's really impressive to see how she weaves her way in and out of there.
Some good offensive moves on that one. Thompson on the draw. We're going to have a chase, and it looks like it's picked up by 17. They're in the offensive zone. Over here to number 10, Izzy Brosnick. Looks like everyone's going to get they're going to get everybody to get a touch here. Number 3.
Caitlin
Quealy has it.
Working around, taking their time. It's a good cut by number 40 that did not get seen.
They're just kind of, I will say, East Long Meadow's zone defense has gotten kind of had its up and downs all year, but it's gotten progressively a little better. I think I've seen them their last couple games. It's been a little bit better. Here we got
I'm not sure what that call was.
3-second call, I
3-second.
believe.
Okay.
So we're gonna, it's just a restart kind of from behind.
Yeah.
A 3-second call for those of you at home in that 8-meter circle. A defensive player, if you're inside that circle, you have to be within a stick's length.
Beautiful.
Great steal there by Allie Thompson. She was just given the award by the East Long Meadow coach as the defender of the year for exactly that. Yeah, this is going to be just either a she got just jammed up from behind. Trulio on a stick check from behind, and now East Long Meadow is going to get in its ride.
You don't see that happen too often.
No,
to
I
Addie.
think she just kind of like took her eye off it, wasn't
Yep.
sure whether to pass it or whether to go, and then when she went, that one, good pickup there by number 40. The other one looked like it was traveling out of bounds. Sarah Queenie.
Looks like they might
Must
be
have I'm going to guess they're sisters or cousins.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Long pass. Nice catch, but that was a tough pass.
Really good catch. It was way up high.
Yeah.
Looked like it was going to go over her head, and she was able to use her length.
And there's Walker trying to find a way, and that's going to be a shooting space, I guess, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that was shooting space. I guess they are going to call that shooting space on Hannah Taft. Yeah. So we'll see here. Looks like they're really spreading this out. So it's going to be Talia Weiss and Megan Morneau trying to get their bodies in front of Martha Walker.
And Talia picks it up. Oh, gets it to Megan. Oh, back to Talia. Nice little spin move. And good up to.
Now we got the speedy Marino going. It's right here. Addie Jordan's got it. She's going to try.
Oh, good idea. Had Anna Macarini wide open.
Was looking for Anna Mac that time. It's kind of like last time she went down and she drove it to the goal, and maybe she should have passed. And this time she went down there and she passed it, and maybe she should. In retrospect, maybe she would have gone to the goal.
Yeah.
You know, those look easy, but when you're running at full speed like that, they're very difficult decisions to make at the last possible second.
Oh,
good
nice
play there by Hannah Taft, getting in the way of that.
Oh,
and then
Talia.
Again by Talia Weiss. You know, could have been co-defender of the year, quite frankly. But Thompson and Weiss have just been stealing the ball all season long. Here we go again. Jordan has got to be just a little bit tired. She's come flying down 2 separate times.
And they're right in the
goes
corner.
to what she knows how to do best, which is put the ball in the back of the net.
And really, the goalie was perfectly placed in the corner, down low. Just no chance, really.
Great shot.
And that transition, right? We saw in 3 seconds, they went, Talia Weiss picks it off, gets it to Kenna Marino, and they're gone.
Yeah, what's interesting, though, is you don't see the midfielders from Holliston really getting back, really running as fast as they can to get back on defense.
Yeah.
I know they're chasing, but still, I haven't really seen that. Like, they're really pressing to get that person back on defense.
Right, yeah.
So, here we are now. We're back up, 14-3. We got an 11-goal lead, and the clock is, clock is running. So, in all likelihood, this broadcast has about 19 minutes and 26 seconds remaining. False start. That's going to go to Thompson. Thompson to Marino. And Marino's going to take it. Marino to Morneau. Tough pass there, but Morneau's looking. She's dodging. She's weaving. She's still going.
Wow.
She hits the post and gets her own rebound and then gets it stolen.
And gets hit in the head, so that's a penalty. She'll take that. Give herself a side 8-meter here, huh?
Yeah, I think she's gonna. This is a tough angle. Usually look to pull this one out or pass it, unless you can really get some steps in. Well.
Oh, oof! Great pass, great idea. A little dipsy-do to Thompson, but didn't quite get there. But good idea, creative. Oh, force that one a little bit. Good hustle from Morneau. Again, that's been sort of the story of this game, is that East Long Meadow seems to be out hustling Holliston for those balls.
It looks like they're calling a clear out here. They're going to have a 2-man game here with Marino and Thompson. Although they're oh boy, there it was.
Oh, great feed. Oh, just a little bit behind, but great idea. And a little popcorning around. We'll see who gets it, and Holliston comes up with it. Looks like number 3 again. That's Caitlin Quealy. And they're in their transition game. They've got some numbers here. Nice play by Testanault there to step up and put the stick out and slow this down.
Yeah, really good play. I mean, they had the possible, they had numbers there to do something, but Testanault came out, challenged the ball, stopped the ball and the body movement. Good play.
A lot of good chatter from East Longmeadow, picking up, passing off.
Taft out challenging. There it is again.
Good
I mean,
defense.
it's just really good defense right there.
Yeah.
Ball on the ground. Hannah Taft.
Taft's got it. Very nice.
Taft going to pick it
Clever
up. Really,
little
really
play.
nice little flick right there. Oh, that was a good play by number 3.
Quealy again. Yeah.
Yeah. Number Testanol was trying to make a good pass, but Quigley, was it Quigley?
Quealy.
Quealy, yeah.
Yep.
Quealy just
Caitlin.
jumped. Caitlin Quealy just jumped in that, saw that pass coming, had a couple of steps heading in the right direction, and was able to just get in front of it before it got into Howard's stick. Looks like we're going to have Weiss versus Quealy here on the chase to get who can get their body in front first, and it looked like it was Weiss, which was nice.
Stepped right back out to pull it back.
Weiss back up top, ball on the ground. That's going to be Megan Morneau's ball. She picks it up.
Another great hustle play there. But from
Taking
Megan
her
Morneau.
time, kind of moves it back around. Nobody open. She's just going to run and keep on running and keep on running and keep on running. Looks like she's just going to go the whole way down the sidelines, and she does. Allie Thompson has the ball. Over to Morneau. Picking it up. Did a fake move there to Marino. Marino didn't really sell it. Bridget Jordan doing a couple of stick moves, a couple of dodge moves. Good little hesitation. There it is.
Oh, just a little high from Anna Macarini.
Yeah, really good try.
Nice
Great play there by Kenna Marino to hurry up and back it up. And here it is. Addie Jordan was calling for that. I could have got there maybe a split second earlier. Something would have happened. This one gets flipped to Morneau. It's going to get flipped to Jordan. Jordan running in.
Oh,
and
top corner. Beautiful.
Right. Actually, I think, Josh, if we go back and take a look at that one, I think that one hit the East Longmeadow sign there right in the middle of the goal, the logo. And I should know what that thing cost. It was about $75 per logo from Gilman Gear to actually get that thing right on there. And senior Bridget Jordan just takes it out, puts a dent in it.
Rang the bell. Very nice. So Spartans are up now 15-3 with 14:50 as the clock keeps on ticking.
I think that's probably the strongest shot that I've seen from Bridget Jordan all year in terms of power and speed and accuracy. She's generally very accurate, but that was, all things being considered, I think the best power shot all year. Here it goes on the ground again, and you're right. Yeah. There it is. Oh, here it comes. Kenna's calling. Morneau's calling for it. Back to her. Coming in. Still going.
And in way too close, and that's, I was going to say that.
Good save, though.
Very good save.
I got to give her credit. That's going to be a foul.
Yeah,
on Trulio. She made Morneau made a lot of good stick fakes.
Yeah.
Probably out-faked herself, and then the goalie didn't really move on any of them, and that was it. And now we're going to have Trulio on an 8-meter.
Yeah, very nice save there. That was not looking very promising for Holliston. Oh, so looks like another foul. Yeah.
Going to get a little bit of a better hash, so those of you watching at home and don't really know lacrosse, on that little 8-meter circle, there's a number of hashes. They're spread out evenly across the 8-meter, and obviously some spots on that 8-meter circle are better. You want to try to be right in the middle if you can, but it's, depends on where the foul is where the referee will put you.
So, shot by Trulio was wide, and Allie Thompson made a nice save to keep it in bounds and found Kenna, and Kenna got fouled for an 8-meter here. So
yeah, Marino's going to run it in. She's one of our fastest players.
Oh, wow. And then Angelina Trulio picked that up and slapped it right in the goal without pulling it back. And I think we've got a timeout from Holliston. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but that was an interesting one there. Marino, one of the fastest players on the team, had an 8-meter. Usually she's going to get in there before anybody else, but as she took her stick back to shoot, it was taken out of her stick by a Holliston player, hit the ground, and like you said, picked up by Trulio, and milliseconds later hits the back of the net to give East Longmeadow a lead, 16-3. 13 minutes remaining, as we can see here on the video. Our videographer, Jamie appropriately putting it on the scoreboard for all the fans so that they know how much time's left in the game and what the score is.
You know, it looked, as you say, at the end of the half, that goal was a little bit of a momentum shifter, and then, but East Longmeadow's just come back and started, continuing to pull away here. And I think now you're in a position where you're up, you're up 3 goals to get to the clock or 4 goals to having the clock stop again, and that's going to be a tall order.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it seems like, they're going to have to score a goal a minute. I mean, it's just not going to happen given what we've been watching. So at this point, I'm sure the Holliston coach is coaching up the girls and trying to keep them positive and coaching them up for what's next. Their next season. I'm sure some of the girls on the Holliston team have lacrosse this summer and are going to be playing, and so he's doing a great job. He's done a great job all season coaching them up. You can look over there; their sticks are up. They're remaining very positive with each other, and I'm sure they realize the game is already out of control, but they're gonna. They're going to give it their best and put in a really good effort. And Coach Moses, I'm sure, is going to be doing some coaching for what's next on East Longmeadow's agenda.
And I think last year, the state tournament last year for East Longmeadow was valuable. They won a game and they ended up playing a tough Wayland team, and I think gained some really important experience from that last year. That's paying off right now and giving them a comfort level to play as well as they're playing.
Yeah, and so the winner of this game is going to play Leominster. Leominster, a very, very, very good team. They're the 5th seed, so they're very similar to East Longmeadow. They've got a 17-3 record. They've played some not as challenging teams, I think, along the way, but very good team. They're loaded. They're stacked. They're from the East, and when the East plays the West, it's always a challenge. Yep. Ball on the ground again, and here it's going to go, and it's getting pushed around. Morneau still chasing after it. Bumps into Marino. Ball on the ground, kind of to Marino, and Marino grabs it.
And that was just,
and
tenacity
off
there.
To the races into the stick of Bridget Jordan.
Yep.
Jordan setting it up over here to Calabrese. Calabrese kind of has it. It goes again. It's still kind of moving around, and it's picked up by number 3, Queenie, and a little foul there by Jordan.
Yep.
But you see what that foul does, right? It just slows down whatever Holliston was going to do. And
gives you an opportunity to pull back.
Absolutely.
Especially,
Queely's she's very fast and just slowed it down. East Longmeadow's able to set up its defense here.
Nice play by Thompson.
Yep. Another cause turnover. Here she comes again. It's pushed out right into Morneau. I'm not so sure about that one. I mean, it looked like they kind of were all bunched up in there, but penalty on Morneau. Looks like Queely is going to get herself an 8-meter. Going to try to get chased down here by Kenna Marino and Jordan, can't tell, Talia Weiss on the other side. See if they can get their bodies in there.
And
shot
just a bit
wide. Holliston there, closest to the out-of-bounds line. So if there's a shot and the ball goes over the goal, whichever team is closest to the end line is the one that ends up with it.
Walker there was on the doorstep and just lost the ball. Now we see Morneau, just long strides, just changing the field quickly and now setting up.
Ding,
great pass.
Dang, dong.
And there it is. Great pass from Bridget Jordan. Great cut from Allie Thompson.
Yes.
And that, something like that has to be incredibly demoralizing. They're down here. They've got a really good chance. You flip the script before you know it. 6 seconds later, ball's in the back of the net. It's tough.
Yeah, it looks like good stuff. Allie Thompson coming back over. Addie Jordan's had a great game so far. Going to get a little rest along with Tess Denault and Grace Howard and Angelina Trulio going to take a little break. And we're going to get some new players in there for East Longmeadow on offense. Miana Calabrese is going to be in there on offense, which is great, along with McKechnie is going to get some playing time. Sabina McKechnie.
We've also got Gabby Illingsworth in on defense and Ashley Beek as well.
One of the lone the lone freshman on the team there, McKechnie, getting some time. They get a little penalty on East Longmeadow. Ball comes in. Good play there. Great play by Hannah Taft to come over from down low and cut off that
took the
lane.
angle right away, huh? You know, and it's interesting because obviously you're down 17-3, 9 minutes left. There's clearly a sense of urgency, and yet, you know, there's an element of having to set it up, but there's also an element of having to say we've just got to go. We've got to, you know, try to get to the net and see what happens.
Morneau brings it up, gets it over to Bridget Jordan.
Oh, good cut by Megan Morneau, and in the bottom of the net. Beautifully placed. So with 19 left, it's 18-3, East Longmeadow.
You know, who had the assist there? I think that was Lukasik.
Could be.
East Longmeadow goal number 6, Megan Morneau.
We'll have to take that. We'll have to look at that one on the video, or we can ask the fans on that one who had the assist. We just couldn't. Between everybody watching, we all kind of missed it. Allie Thompson on the draw, Morneau and Marino on the circle, 18-3. Flips it back over her head, and it's picked up there. A good draw control there by Holliston.
Number 17.
Chased behind again by Allie Thompson. Allie Thompson up here to McKechnie, who
Nice
is going to
little
cut.
move.
She's going to get it over the restraining line. Good move. Switches to her left hand, passes it off to number 7, Bridget Jordan. East Longmeadow's really going to take their time here and set up the offense. Morneau has it over to Marino. Marino back to Morneau. They're definitely looking for McKechnie here. You can tell.
See if you can get herself on the board.
Marino's going to run this down. Here we go with number
Baker.
24,
Walker,
Martha Walker, getting her opportunity. Weiss is going to try to ride her out, make her continue to move away, and it's a pass across.
What was that call? Trying to figure
Looked
that
like
one
a
out.
penalty on Weiss, probably after the pass. Probably ran into her or gave her a little shove or something like that.
Too much.
Didn't look like anything major.
Yeah.
But Walker's going to maintain possession, swing it back out here to number 3, Quealy. Quealy to number 18.
Jamie Qualstoroni, is that right?
I'd have to put on my glasses.
Quantamini.
Quantamini, yeah, here we go. And back out to Quealy, getting pushed over there by Kenna Marino and
back over to Ava Lombardi.
Ashley Beek. A slash at it there. That's going to be a penalty. Just a little tough slash there by number 18, Ashley Beek. Not a horrible play, just a little bit late, that's all. So we're going to get an opportunity here for number 17, Ava Lombardi, to put it in. And she does. Really good move there with that lefty shot, actually. It was a little, looked like she was going to go to the right and then just kind of came back to the left. And as Hawley kind of moved a little bit to the left to cover that move, snuck it by.
Clever little play there.
Absolutely. Great play. 18-4 right now. A running clock, 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. So for those of you at home who are looking at your clock and wondering when this is going to be over, in all likelihood it will be exactly in 6 minutes and 6 seconds.
But stay and enjoy the time with us.
Absolutely. Don't tune out. Not now.
There's a whole lot of celebrating to happen.
Mark Macarini is going to start a podcast after game interviews, things of that nature. Probably for next year we'll have things like that. Marino on the draw. And
Nicely
what do you
done.
know? Thompson, low one. Morneau on the ground, still going. Martha
Walker
on her, Walker on her. Morneau picks it up. Usually at this point in time, they're really looking to get, some new goal scorers. So they're looking for,
Yeah.
Even there's Marino. She's wide open. I mean, she normally would have taken that one in and scored, but it looks to me like they're really looking to get the ball to McKechnie. And there it is.
There it is.
Almost. She's going to run that down. She's fast. She's going to stop that from going out of bounds and pick it up.
Get back over to Thompson, maybe. Oh, good little play.
Or maybe she'll take it herself on a dodge move. Well, flips it back out.
Yep.
Well, it's nice to see other people getting some playing time here in a state playoff game. Any type of experience that you can get is great.
Absolutely. Good
there it
pass
is.
by
Here it comes.
Thompson. Here it comes to off the post, I think, there, right? Or did the goalie make that save? Oh, and Thompson hits the post. Wow. It's all post all the time right now.
Oh, look at this chase down.
Yeah, by
Calabrese was flying. Oh, what a play there by Hannah Taft to get in the way. She just missed it, but interrupted the pass. Otherwise, it would have been an easy breakaway.
Good collapsing down. Again, nice. Oh. I think was that a shooting space? Maybe?
No, that was like a push.
Oh, a push.
It was like, pushing, I think, from behind. So this one's going to get cranked in. We'll see here if Jenna Hawley can save it. Oh, a nice shot.
Good shot.
Low right-hand corner. Low corner, one of the toughest shots to save right
Another
there.
one from Ava Lombardi. Good shot there.
Yeah, really good play.
Holliston goal number 17, Ava Lombardi.
So
I mean, Lombardi's a very good player. You know, I saw it right in the beginning. Her stick skills, especially on the left-hand side, are very, very strong. So I'm not surprised she had, that kind of power and accuracy from the left-hand side and was able to put that one in.
Yeah. So 3:25 left, 18-5 Spartans. And see what Kenna Moreno can do on the draw here. And that's over to Thompson, cleanly and up to Morneau. And they will presumably just possess this, see if they can't get somebody like Caroline Lukasik or Sabina McKechnie with an opportunity, but take their time.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to run this one in and shoot.
There it is. And there it is.
There it is.
Nice shot.
Get Lukasik on the scoreboard right there. I love to see that.
We got cartwheels on the sideline.
Spartan goal by number 3, Caroline Lukasik.
Good to see. She's had a couple of really good opportunities tonight, and the goalie has made some good saves, and she's been kind of like I wouldn't use the word unsung hero, but she's done a lot all season on offense in terms of her movement to open things up for other players and doesn't get quite the credit that she deserves because you don't see her a lot of times on the stat sheets.
Yeah.
But she does a lot. She does a lot more for that offense than people give her credit for. And tonight she's had some really nice cuts coming in and opportunities to score and just hasn't put one in. So it's good to see her put that one behind the netminder for the Holliston Panthers.
Yeah, she found the post a couple of times, but good to get it between them. So nicely done. And again, not the hardest shot, and she has a very hard shot, but just a really well placed. Nice play by McKechnie there to scoop that up.
Morneau lost it out of her stick, and McKechnie picked it up.
She's got some jitterbug going on.
Yeah.
Bridget Jordan.
Here we go. They got her, though.
It's Quealy up to Ava, or 17, right?
Here comes Weiss chasing down. They just got to get in front of her and get a foul in there. Yeah, they try to get that foul or try to stop them before they get to the 8-meter so that they don't get that 8-meter shot. But looks like Holliston's going to get its last opportunity of the game right here with an 8-meter chance for number 40, Sarah Query. And it gets checked and in, but it's a little bit of a penalty.
Well, it's a little too much there, huh?
So now we're going to get an 8-meter opportunity right from the center hash. We'll see if she just tries to fire this one in.
Yeah, seems like that would be might be the best strategy here with.
She looks like a strong player with a strong shot.
Tries to.
She goes low though, and she does sneak it in on a bouncer. Hawley was down there, but it looked like it just kind of jumped over her stick at the last second. So.
Yeah, I think she was anticipating a little closer of a bounce in. So.
Yeah, last 30 seconds. you know, the referee is somewhat rushing to the middle. I mean, it's not going to make that big of a difference, but there could be one more draw at best and see what happens. 20 seconds left. It's probably not going to get set, but
Yeah. This is was certainly a dominating performance by the Spartans. They really played well and I think pulled away quickly and you know, had Holliston in their rearview mirror most of the game. So well done by them, and we'll see what happens in the next round.
yeah, Josh, it's been a pleasure tonight
Absolutely.
co-hosting with you, and look forward to the next matchup, which will be between the East Longmeadow Spartans. Will be facing Leominster. Looks like that game may be on
Next game for the
Sunday
Spartans will be
evening.
This Sunday night, 7 p.m. at home versus Leominster.
All right, thanks so much. Great night.
Good evening, everyone.